Why is everybody so mad at Shazam Fury of the Gods? So far, the critics and the audiences can't seem to agree on whether this movie is actually good or if it's just trash. Don't get me wrong, DC fans are always divided, but getting to the point that their director has to intervene? Big oof. David Sandberg recently took to Twitter to defend his project, emphasizing the fact that he had his lowest critic scores and yet his highest audience scores in the exact same film. It's even gotten to the point that he's decided to take a break from superhero movies after experiencing this craziness of a fan whirlwind for the past 6 years working on the Shazam films. You know it's crazy when Rachel Ziegler, one of the stars, also went viral talking about the film, basically reiterating what all of us are thinking, that a certain section of the internet will always find it interesting to hate on fun, going even beyond that to say that these people are just being senselessly mean and that we should give the film a chance. So, is this movie trash or is it actually worth your time? Starting off with the positives, I think this is one of the best renditions of Billy Batson that we have ever had in live action. The exploration of larger-than-life superheroes having to experience real-world problems like having financial difficulties, for instance, is not really explored in depth outside of street-level heroes like Spider-Man, for example. Getting to see a literal god like Shazam have to go through those issues and still have to keep his family intact is interesting, to say the least. Another major plus was the portrayal of the Marvel family. Listen, familia, everybody knew that the kids were going to show up big time. They were wholesome, charismatic, and they had a great sense of chemistry all around. I will say, the comedy is where I was a little bit mixed.
Oh.
We did get 2 to 3 genuinely funny moments, but sadly, these are laced with a ton of cringy jokes that just make it hard to stomach.
Why are you the way that you are?
On the other hand, Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren were never going to fail as the villains. The character development was a little bit lacking, I'm not gonna lie, but in terms of their gravitas and power in the screen, yeah, they nailed it. I personally would have preferred that we go deeper into the lore of the Greek gods within the DC universe, but as we're going with a whole reset to the universe, we knew that shit wasn't gonna happen. Now, onto the negatives. When it comes to the big L's of the film, there is a ton of cringy dialogue. Listen, I know, these are all teenagers in the bodies of huge grandiose superheroes, but if you're cracking jokes at every single serious moment throughout the entire film, it just drags down the rest of the narrative. You can make your jokes, the MCU is known for this, but peppering them at every single moment is just not the right move, at least in my opinion. Besides the tons of exposition that we kinda knew we were going to get because we didn't see any of the villains in the previous movie, the most glaring issue that I saw is that there are no real stakes to the narrative, especially when you consider the ending of this film. Again, I get it, we are resetting the entire DC continuity after the Flash film. But if you're setting up some emotional payoffs throughout this project and then you backtrack at the end, it diminishes the weight of those story beats. With that said, I did love the mid-credits scene. It set up some interesting possibilities for the future, but the post-credits scene was just bland as fuck.
Language.
So, is Shazam Fury of the Gods actually worth it? If you want to turn your brain off and enjoy a decent action superhero movie, then I would say yes. I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be, especially when it comes to the action and the CGI, because people were going crazy after they saw the first trailer. It was actually executed pretty well in the actual final product. However, I think it's pretty obvious I still like the first one better. Let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments down below.